Were you followed? Good. These are the Grayson files. Tell no one. So, last night, was State of the Union. There's gonna be some people that say, oh, it went well, or, oh, it was presidential, and all of that. I don't know. I thought a high school student could have done better, actually. To be honest, it just it definitely missed the mark for me. And I mean, I feel like all anyone could talk about was the things that were going on around Trump. Like, if people were gonna clap this thing or that, all the lawmakers, the female lawmakers or whatever, congresswomen, women, dressed in all white, or Nancy Pelosi, and I can't help but wonder, how did we get here? I mean, there's a reason why all this is happening. And I'm just also wondering if it was Trump's intention to do that. So I want to quickly recap because I feel like the whole government shutdown thing caused like a big old blank spot. Yeah, current events. And luckily we got things going again. No thanks to the Republicans. I honestly think it finally ended up happening because there was so much that the Republicans were blocking off. So many things that they had quarantined, you could say, and usually if the other party gets the house or whatever, you stir up a storm and maybe put some politicians in their place, and no one does anything. This time, things were different. Now there's public interest. People want to know what's going on. And the Democrats are, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, let's just say Republicans poked the bear a little too hard. And now the Democrats have the people on their side, and they're going to do basically whatever they want. So I want to take a look at what's been going on recently. So I mean, just today, what happened was Paul Erickson, the guy who got caught up in the whole Butina thing, the Russian spy in the NRA. Yeah, he's been indicted. So all of a sudden, this is gonna get very real for a lot of people. I suspect most of them in the Republican Party, and I'm looking at the next tweet, and it's just more troubling than the last. So what this one is about: the commander of U.S. Central Command, which oversees military operations in the Middle East, says he was not consulted prior prior to President Trump's December announcement that the US would withdraw its troops from Syria. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you make of that what you will. One right there. And so apparently Devin Nunes is in complete denial. Here's a good one. Saudi Arabia gave military weapons shipped from US to Al Qaeda. I mean, if this was 10 years ago and this had happened, I don't even know what happened, what the outcome would be. It would be insane, completely insane. And so apparently Robert Mueller is wrapping up his investigation, which is going to, I'll get back to this when I get to my main point. House source has leaked Trump's private schedules for nearly every day for the last few months. POTUS has spent 60% of his work days in executive time. What? And more on what the skeds tell us on Axiom. So, I mean, you know, there's a couple places there's a few places in the United States where you can expect to have complete and full privacy. Maybe more than a few places. I mean, the Oval Office is definitely one of them. I don't know. Spending 60% of his time in the Oval Office, I think that's a little much. Like, I know you're probably thinking, oh, but that just means he works a lot. No, if Obama worked a lot, he probably would be spending like 30% of his time in the Oval Office. Executive time, that's like not even, that's like his own time. So, I mean, she's basically saying that most of his time is keeping to his devices in the Oval Office. So, about our Mitch McConnell theory, I mean, we were basically right on everything. When the camera panned to him during the State of the Union, I I mean, someone might as well have just put him out of his misery. I swear. His eyes said it all, and they were saying, "Just take me out back and be done with it." I mean, and I don't feel sorry for him. He kind of got what he deserved. And of course, this man, I mean, he put up a little bit of a fight, but I mean, what does this tell us? This tells us, this basically is like, it's true. It's all true. Anyway. So I was watching the State of the Union, and I was thinking to myself, what must be going through Donald Trump's mind? I mean, how did he get here? He's only been president 2 years. I mean, a term is 4 years. Some presidents are elected for 2 terms, but really 2 years is not very long. It's not very long, 2 years. And just think about it. Like he probably ran for president as long as he's been president. So like to him, he's not really seen anything that would make him go, "Oh, it was worth it." I mean, I'm imagining Trump's perspective, point of view. But I mean, just think about it. He ran basically for 2 years, campaigned for 2 years. His first day in office, what happens? I'm trying not to laugh. His first day in office, what happened? 1 million women march on the street to protest Donald Trump. And I mean, forget everything about the investigation, all of that. Fast forward to last night, and what have we have here? I mean, this picture says it all. I am trying really hard not to laugh. I mean, are those martini glasses? Fast forward to last night. Not only are the women all dressed in white, to sort of, I mean, I guess you could say it was a silent protest. Not only are the women all dressed in white to honor suffragette history, but also to bring call to action, if you will. But I mean, who's supposed to be here? Right here, where Nancy Pelosi is. Paul Ryan is supposed to be there. He's not there. Nancy Pelosi's there. she was elected House Speaker. She's also a woman, if you can't already tell. I mean, not even barely the second year is over. Barely. Think about it. State of the Union was on the 6th. And I'll always remember this. He was elected January 19th. Less than a month. Like less than a month after his second year of being in office. What do we have here? Nancy Pelosi, a woman, leading a pack of brave, determined, congresswomen, and I mean, she's leading them. So we go from a million women marching on the streets, a million, to this. And here's why I'll say, here's why I said that a high school student could have done better than Donald Trump. Here you have basically the aftermath of that million woman march. And what does Donald Trump do? He spends his entire time lecturing about abortion. Now, I'll go ahead and end the abortion debacle right now in a few sentences. Yes, killing babies is probably bad, but the point is, these women don't want their bodies violated. What they're saying is the choice is theirs, and what I'll say is that if you want to get in that woman's body and save the baby or whatever, you better do it by protecting the woman with laws first, with better laws, and not just letting pigs like Donald Trump become president, rape all these women or whatever. Rape women. Donald Trump seems like the kind of guy who's probably raped who's assaulted his fair share of women and paid them off. I mean, a high school student could have realized that. But I mean, what is going on in Donald Trump's head? I mean, obviously, he's got this investigation that he basically failed to stop. But I mean, he's got to be thinking, how did I get here? I mean, really, what did I do? Like, if you think about it, the way Donald Trump thinks, probably wondering to himself, like why do they hate me? Why do they want to do this to me? And all that. And like he's actually missing the point. Not even missing the point. Like it's like there's this huge comet in the sky and it's headed straight for him. And he's completely like not even it's like he's never seen it. Like Donald Trump. This is all happening because of the very first things that we found out. I mean, never mind that you colluded with Russia or whatever. You basically, I mean, this man is trying to preach to us about abortion and saving babies when he was married to Melania Trump, and when she was pregnant with Barron Trump, um, he basically like cheated on, had sex with some porn star, and paid her off. I mean, that's fine. You can do that. I don't care. That's your own life. But don't run for president and expect that, oh, we're just going to let it go. Or we're going to let you get up on your high horse, on your wooden oak high horse in the middle of the Congress and lecture us on ethics and whatever. Like, that's not the way it works. So I mean, I really don't get it. Like, he's like completely tone deaf to his own public image, I want to say. And because he's got this like tight hold or whatever on the GOP, because these alt-right personalities are doing the same to him, no one's arguing with him and no one's telling him he's wrong or anything. It's like the plane is going down and somehow Donald Trump shouted his way to the front and his way onto the controls when he knows damn well he doesn't know how to fly a plane, and everyone else is just like, well, he said he knew how, or he's the one, well, he shouted, so he's there, so we're going down. And I mean, really, it's just like, what is he thinking? Like, what do you think would happen? Like, it's almost as if this were like some math equation, it would be super easy. And like, he's really not getting it. Like what you did was reach out to the common person whatever, the common man, you were the blue collar billionaire or whatever. That's what you did. And you started telling people all these insider things that you would know or whatever, messing around with conspiracies, starting this canon thing, whatever that is. And then you started spreading lies, telling people all of this and all of that. And then all of a sudden, people start getting arrested and thrown in jail because of some investigation. And everyone knows everything because they're all interested. And then people start talking, the people around you, and you're wondering why? What is happening? I mean, it just like, it's like his answer is basically to like steer his base in the right direction with like walls and abortion and whatever, the promise of a real America. When, listen, you basically reached out to people that were frustrated, the common man. Not everyone in that group. Convince them that we're not a racist, that the racist things you were saying were not racist, they were just real. And all of a sudden you're left with just those people because of all the things you've done. And I mean, it's gonna get to, you know, two years down the line, you're basically gonna realize that you lost a lot of people in your base. And I mean, he's gonna look around, he's not gonna know what happened. And I mean, to me, I'm seeing it all play out, and I know exactly what's happening. But like, it's just logic. And you can see it if you ignore all the crazy things happening. But I mean, if you push a boulder down a hill, it's gonna roll down the hill. You know, when you do something, something else is gonna happen, and it's gonna be a direct effect of what you did. So there's no magic here. There's no special effects or whatever. What's done is done, and what's going to happen is what is going to happen. So, I mean, really, what can you say about Trump? Like, he's basically, he's gonna decide to put up the fight. I mean, he's probably gonna try to shut down the government again. Maybe. For sure he's gonna try to keep those senators in line, even though, I mean, playing a dangerous game. If you push those senators too far, they're gonna start siding with the Democrats, and once that happens, buddy boy, you are finished. that's when things actually start changing. Because the thing is, like, sure, you lost the majority, or the Republicans gained a bunch of seats in the Senate, but the thing is, the House, what they're doing is gonna have a severe impact on the way those senators vote, because I mean, it's almost as if they haven't, they didn't, the Democrats didn't overtake the House. It's almost as if they overtook the attic, and the thing is dusty, dark, full of cobwebs. There's boxes everywhere, and they're basically cleaning house. Basically, I mean, all they're doing is just cleaning up everything. I mean, they're gonna do everything. They're gonna investigate the shootings. They're already doing climate change. And once this the thing is, we have just found out. I mean, it just so happens that I have the tweet right here that Mueller is wrapping up. And one thing that I was thinking about was like, I mean, it's almost as if someone has pulled the ground from under Trump, and there's just like this large body of water under him, and he's just there, like, obviously gonna sink. Because here's the thing. One thing is for Trump to know about an investigation. Another thing is for Trump to find out about an investigation and then find out not even a month after that it's wrapping up. Boy, howdy. Hey, what do you even say about that? What is there even left for him to do? I mean, they could give him the wall. I mean, at this point, they could build a wall, and then what? Who cares? Because at this rate, like, I don't think he'll get reelected. Because, like it or not, he depended on just the ignorant people that wanted a red hat, wanted to be in the crowd, wanted to be different, you know, wanted to stir things up. I mean, he's basically gonna lose those people because they're all gonna realize, hey, you've caused more damage than good, and it's not worth it for me to be out in public and scolded or you know, being cast away just for you when you don't even care. You're just like worried about this Russia thing. Well, I don't care about the Russian thing either, but you know what? You're not really doing a good job. So I'm just gonna switch my hat over to a blue one, and that'll be that. I don't know. And I mean, then there's this thing. I mean, no one even expected this. Like, this man was charged with wire fraud and money laundering, working with a Russian spy who was working for Russia, who was working through the NRA. I mean, even do we make of this? This implicates everyone. The Republican Party is guilty.